What's up guys, that really gross guy here. We are back in Warframe for another quick look video. So recently there's been a new augment type deal that has gone out for Nezha. So I've jumped in to play around with Nezha once again because it has to do with her sliding mechanic, his sliding mechanic. And I've always been a fan of the deluxe skin for Nezha, but seeing as we are here, I have a loadout prepped and ready, I thought it would be a good opportunity to take a quick look at a Tennogen skin with you guys. So I do have several, I actually have two different Nezhas, all with different color schemes, and I figured this would be a good, like I said, a good opportunity to jump in and take a look at some, one of the Tennogen skins. So we're gonna jump in, we're gonna do it today. We are going to be looking at the Nezha Yaksha, the Yaksha design by Faven and SilverBones. I believe Faven is the one who actually rigged this up and sculpted it and all that stuff, but I believe that the actual design was done by SilverBones. I could be wrong, but this was some sort of collaboration between the two. So I figured I would jump in and take a look. So you'll see that my color schemes are transferred over like I usually do in these quick looks. And we see what we can kind of get a good idea of what the skin looks like in a few different colors. This one's not so bad. Like I said, I am a big fan of the deluxe, so forgive me. I'm gonna try to look at this as fair as possible. So let's say you are a Nezha, you just bought your Nezha, you're wondering, how should I fashion frame? I'm going to kind of give you my opinions on the quality of this skin, not weighted against anything else in the game. So if you are interested in this kind of design, then we'll take a look. I will admit that I think the helmet is really cool looking. It's got to be in the right color scheme and the way I've seen it so far for me to say, oh man, that's fantastic, because it can kind of get cast aside with the wrong color schemes and you kind of don't really notice it as much. That's mostly because it kind of has this extra tints and stuff that goes on towards the top. So if you get the wrong colors up top, it's kind of a miss, but you'll see that, in the right colors, it'll actually be an extra added bit to the helmet. But all in all, it's similar to the regular Nezha skin in terms of its overall design. It doesn't really go outside the boundaries that much, but it does get a lot of different intricate designs and whatnot across it. A bit of a symmetrical kind of look. For the most part on the chest, it's got, little metallic pieces, a lot of flat pieces going on here. The little metallics are just like here and here down these little corners and up here. But for the rest of it are kind of these ornate designs, a little bit of line work and stuff going on in there. And then of course it sculpts in almost like this muscly look, around the sides. And yeah, it looks pretty good. It looks good as it comes down. The legs are pretty neat. It's got the little hoop on the knees. I added the extra, wait, no, these aren't these are actually added to the skins. I was like, isn't there an accessory that has the hoops on it? But these aren't actually the ones that I was thinking of. So yeah, this is all part of the design itself, and it looks all right. It looks pretty good. Color scheme may be hit or miss for you, so we're gonna jump in and look at more color schemes as we go. But hoops on the elbows, and of course the giant hoop that goes with the skin. But it's overall a pretty good looking skin in my opinion. We'll jump over. We'll check out something that is a bit more blue. Dabu dee dabu die. Yeah, that looks okay. It's not too bad. I got a couple other kind of bluish schemes, so we'll see what happens, see how the colors, move around the skin as we go. But overall, it's pretty cool. I really like this part. I like how it goes like the dark blue to the gray, back to the dark blue, to the light blue, to the dark blue, to the, it's just, I don't know, it's intricate. And it looks pretty good. The little like muscly kind of looks on these little patterns and the waviness, makes it look good. That's actually pretty nice. I like that. I like that quite a bit. Jumping over to the C color code, dark. We're going dark with this one. Let's see what happens when this swaps over to the Yaksha. Okay, it's not bad. It's a little bit too dark for my taste. You will see, kind of like I was talking about, we have like this energy flowy color up on the horns, and the fact that this is really dark with that really cool blue energy color coming over it makes it actually look really cool. I just would probably have to brighten up other areas of the skin for me to say, yeah, like I'm all on board. But that's kind of where I was showing where the helmet can really shine, but also can fall flat depending on what colors you kind of put up there. So looks pretty good. Looks all right. Looks all right. Like I said, I'd brighten it up a little bit for my taste. Getting into something a little bit more fiery, a little bit more. I don't know. I like kind of that fiery look with this design. And getting over here, okay, a little bit of that like desert sandy kind of looks. A little bit of like orangish red going on in there. It looks okay. It looks a bit of like that desert sandy kind of warrior that I kind of like the aesthetic too. And I think it looks okay. The green running across the horns is a little, unique, but you can see if I were to pull away that energy color, that really charred, like fiery tips of the horns, kind of like a demonic kind of look. I think is really, really cool. So I'd probably want to pull off that energy color and make it something that accents that design, something more fiery and red. So yeah, I don't know. Jump over, go to the E design, something a little bit more feminine. We'll see what happens when this one transfers. And that looks all right. That looks all right. There's nothing I can really say negative about it. I think it looks good. Probably even worthy of being, like if I were to pick up the skin, being one of my fashion frame designs. Up here, I'd probably change out that energy color once again to kind of give more of an accent to the design, rather than it being this dark energy flow. I'd probably make it like this pinkish color, something brighter, something that makes it stand out a little bit. But all in all, it's good. It's good looking. Jumping over to the F slot, the emerald dragon or kind of design. I mean, he's kind of modeled after the tiger, at least the deluxe is. So, but it looks really cool. And then we jump over, and I think that's cool too. I think that's pretty cool too. You can see in the horns that teal that comes up, but because of that other secondary color, how it changes, and that may not be, it may not be a transition that you're crazy about because it's like green to gold, which is kind of weird. But all in all, everything else I find with this skin, the way the line work is and the way the colors alternate across it, gives this ornate, design, like I was saying, and it's cool. It's cool. I like this. This would probably also make it into my fashion frames if I were to pick this one up. So, all right, jumping over, one more Nezha I have to swing by and show the designs of. This one a bit darker. It's almost like a dark prime. I wouldn't want to say Umbra because, I don't want to jinx the whole Umbra train. But here we go. It looks good. Color transferred over. It's definitely a little bit darker. Got a lot of gray going on in it. It's a bit of actually kind of a green tint to this this darker color. So it looks all right. I kind of like the way these look on this specific fashion frame kind of color scheme. It kind of I don't know, it mixes it up a little bit across the chest so that it's not so bare, and it looks all right. It looks okay. Going into that B slot, see what happens. Definitely fiery once again. We'll see how this one goes over. Okay, yeah, see, with that helmet, keeping that energy color to match the rest of it makes those horns really shine, really stand out and look really good. But all in all, I think it's too orange. At least, like I said, the way my skin transferred over, too orange. So I would probably come in here and probably tweak one of the colors, because we have, look at all these oranges that kind of do this thing, make it real crazy. I'd probably swap one of those oranges out just to make it less vibrant, and it would probably be really, really gold. Gold? Really, really good. So switching over, C slot. See what happens. Okay, kind of like a fiery sandy kind of color. I like this. Let's see how this one goes. Comes over, and once again, I like that. Actually, I probably like this more than any of the other, probably any of the others we've seen so far. It's like the sandy, fiery look that we had just previously. Like if we were to come back, I think it was on the previous frame, but if we were to run this, I would take this one over the others because it still has that really cool fiery horned look, but it's got enough sand in it, like a sandy color to mix up the orange, and nothing is too vibrant. The fact that the colors mix up, you know, the lines allow the colors to be scattered all over the frame, is it really makes this stand out. I like this. This may even be my A slot design, A or B probably. This is really cool. I like that quite a bit. Cool. I'm actually pleasantly surprised with this this Tennogen skin. So jumping over, ooh, all right, a little bit of that emerald look. It was this previously, going from this over to this design. Pretty cool. I think I would want more emerald in the body color, so maybe I'd swap this purple and the emerald color. But all in all, it's tickling my fancy. It's giving me some inspiration. I would work with this. I could work with this and make this into something different. The big old green hoop. I don't know if I would leave that to be the green. I don't know. I like it. I've got some inspiration from that. I like it. Okay, going over to the E design, something a little bit more. Is that the Orican one? Yeah, this one's a bit more Orican. I didn't know if I had one that was like straight Orican, but okay. It's still got that greenish color, but it's got the gold in the metallics. Got a little bit of a pink energy color. It's a little bit unique, a little bit crazy. Nothing, you know, that is overboard. But all in all, it looks good. It's a frame that's not supposed to stand out, but looks good overall in a design. So, and then lastly, over into this F design. This is the one I was saying with the white and blues. See how this one turns out. And yeah, less blue. I think it's pretty good because it's mixed up just enough between the lighter gray, the darker gray, and the blue. It actually mixes this one up pretty well, and it looks good. I like it. You know what? This was a Nezha skin that I was like, let me see if I can appreciate the work. But because I'm already really heavy into my Nezha color schemes, I was like, I probably won't buy this skin just because I'm kind of in love with what I already have. But I'll be honest, after taking a look at some of these designs, you know, I'm actually digging it. I'm digging it. I could see myself picking up this skin, you know, this is the one I was talking about. This one to this one. Oh yeah, I like it. I could see myself picking this up after doing this little quick look. I wasn't expecting to do that before I started this episode. No, for real. But now that I've seen it in like 3 or 4 color schemes that I think are really cool, I could see myself picking this up. So great job to Faven and SilverBones for this design. It really was executed very well. I think it looks really good, and I'm surprised because I've always I don't know. I don't want to say I don't like Nezha, but I find myself picking many other frames before I pick Nezha, and this inspires me to get back in there, play around with it again. Of course, like I said, I do love the deluxe. I've got my fashion frame already set, but I could absolutely see myself picking this skin up in the future. So yeah, excellent. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys again in the next episode. Blow.